Welcome to a second part to What If Deku was Ink Sands. It's been a long time because I was lazy as can be. So I'm finally getting this done. I just watched the video I made. Sorry how noisy it was. Oh, sorry for that there. But I'll try to make this one more audible, if that makes sense. But we left off on when everyone was done with that stupid test thing, which was the quirk assessment test thing. So if I'm right, then the next big thing would be, wait, let me check. I'm already forgetting and I just started a video. Okay, I'm back. I finally figured it out. So after going home and whatever, relaxing, maybe a few weeks or so after, people start muttering about All Might being their new teacher or something like that. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, boom, 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 stomping down the hallways. And then all of a sudden, the door comes off its hinges, flying to the other side of the room. And lo and behold, All Might, saying, I am here, walking like a normal person. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, it's All Might, it's All Might. Except for Izuku and Jiro, because they know him. But, after that, he said, okay, settle down, class. Today we'll be doing hero training. And I'm your hero teacher. But to be a hero, you've got to have an awesome costume. And then he hits a red button on a remote, and suitcases pop out of the wall. And he says, now grab your hero costume and put it on and be at training field. I forget which training field he said, but whatever training field. And they did. And if you want to know what Izuku's costume or outfit looks like, right here. Maybe minus the paint vials being there. Yeah. Because he can just change the paint color at will. Because, yeah. Or based on his emotions. And, yeah. Jiro's costume's the same. But, I'm not going to change any of the hair. Well, the only thing I care about is the Izuku's one. all the others don't care. They happen. The only thing different is whoever Jiro's teamed up with got a Chakra and Raka instead, and Jiro got teamed up with Izuku for that. So when it comes down to Izuku's team to be going out and doing the hero thing, he explained it. I'm not gonna explain it. If you were watching What If, you know what it is. But basically, they Izuku and Jiro are the hero team, and Bakugo, Katsuki, and Ida Tenya, or Tenya Ida, whatever way you want to say it, is on the villain team. And of course, the villains were given time to hide the bomb, and Izuku and Jiro started forming a plan. Izuku said he knew Bakugo was going to come right after him, because even though Bakugo is kind of scared of him, Bakugo is an idiot. So, yeah. But he said he knew Bakugo was going to come after him, so he'll stay back and deal with him. Well, Jiro goes up to scout for the bomb, but she would be the most well equipped to do it, so because she could hear from far away to figure out where in the room Ida was and how to get around it, something like that. But they agreed on this, and Izuku said after he's done dealing with Bakugo, he'll join up with her. And then All Might says start. The thing starts, and Izuku starts by walking in with Jiro, and all of a sudden you can hear explosions, and Izuku said, "There he is. Get going. I'll catch up with you." And Izuku instinctively grabbing the paintbrush from his back as it appears, and he then he swipes it, creating something. He created a thin wall out, and Bakugo is going too fast to stop himself, so he went headfirst into the wall, crashing through it. Izuku's kind of just having fun. Both his eyes are yellow because he's just playing around. And Bakugo's just being pissed off because he kind of can understand what it means. The eye color thing, and says, "Stop playing around with me and fight." And Izuku says, fine, but it won't be any fun. Izuku just makes big just shoots spikes from the ground, trapping Bakugo. Bakugo tries to explode them, but and he was getting through. Then Izuku decided, you know what, I'm just gonna make sure you can't move. And used his paintbrush and painted him. And Bakugo says, "What the hell are you doing? You just messed up my hero costume." And Izuku just says, "Oh, shut up," as he snaps his fingers, trapping Bakugo in purple chains. And Bakugo can't move because it was restricting him from using his quirk. Yes, Izuku's able to do that. But that's only because it's an emitter type quirk. So yeah. And then he quickly just using multiple shortcuts right in front of him, being lazy all the way up the stairs, which was surprisingly fast. And he ended up meeting Ojiro and seeing her fighting Ida. And Izuku just decided to teleport right behind Ida and gave him a good chop in the neck. I forgot to mention, while he's in his hero uniform, he is a skeleton. So during this, I forgot to mention that. Sorry, but that happens, and it doesn't knock out Ida fully. It just knocks him down onto the floor just enough time for Jiro to touch the bomb, and Hero Team wins. And after that, they went back into the little group thing, and they all were asking, "So, who do you think was the MVP?" And they would say Izuku Midoriya. And blah blah, they did all of that. After that, sorry, let me pause for a sec. After that, they went to normal classes and stuff, and the incident where they had to shut up the lunchroom because they were freaking out happened. And then they were told that they were going to go on a field trip. In a couple weeks. Or something, whatever. And then the time of the field trip. They all get into the bus and stuff with their hero costumes on. And they start discussing who is the strongest. And they were talking and stuff. And then, izuku was, they started saying stuff like, izuku might be the strongest. And Bakugo getting pissed off at this says, "Boy, what do you mean that nerd's the best? I'm better than, I could beat him any day." And Izuku, finding this the perfect time to make a fool of Bakugo, says, "Oh yeah, then why do I defeat you so easily each time you try to fight me? You barely even put up a fight." And everyone giggles a little. Then Bakugo just shuts up because he knows he's in a place where he can't win. And then Izuku starts talking to Jiro, just talking. And then they arrive at the USJ, going all the way up into the thing, and the anti-gravity hero, not Uraka, the other one, the one with the superpower called Black Hole or whatever, just it explains that, and then and stuff, and then Kirishima being a dumbass. No offense to people who like Kirishima, but on this one he was kind of a dumbass. There's always those times. But Kirishima says, "Cool, they even got fake villains," pointing out into the middle where there's a portal with villains pouring out. And Aizawa, quickly looking over, says, "Those aren't fake villains." Tells the other pro hero to take the kids and get them out of here. You'll handle this. And then all that talk about Aizawa's coordinate being meant to fight 1v1. Blah blah blah. And Zuko's seeing the warp gate thing, was the actual thing, and it started speaking. Gary said, Hello, Class 1A. I'm Kirigiri. And I'm afraid you're gonna have to die. And he was about to separate everyone when Izuku quickly splattered some paint on the floor. With his paintbrush. And they all fell in, including Izuku. And they popped up outside the USJ. And Izuku said, whoever wants to go and get the teachers go. Whoever is going back and come with me. And, pretty much all of them stay except for Ida, because no one else was deciding to go. So, and Ida's the fastest one, so yeah. I know, but Izuku can teleport. He hasn't been to principal's office yet, and I don't feel like doing that. So, Izuku teleports them back in to fight alongside with Aizawa. Izuku gets serious with both his both his eyes turning white. And he just summons 50 billion blasters. Not really, but like 20 blasters, which was about enough to wipe out a whole town. Well, a town made of the villains that were in the USJ. And he just said, stand back, shooting the blasters, getting almost every single one. Now, it only stunned them. Or, because, he can't really kill them. But, it hit them hard enough to where they won't be walking for a while. And, or moving pretty much for a while. And then all of a sudden, he teleported them into a pocket dimension, because he can do that. Yay. Because he has his own pocket dimension, I decided. Let's just say that. Because, Ink helped create AUs. He can do himself, but who's to say Ink can't make his own little pocket dimension? Like a white void or something. Or some stuff in it. But yeah, basically to keep them there. And, Izuku, who sees, everyone, he got the majority of the villains. And everyone else started fighting. But then all of a sudden, Momo appeared. Shigaraki said, kill that brat. and the teacher went straight after Izuku. And punched him so hard he flew back into the stairs. Dust flew up, and mind you, he was still in his human form when he was fighting before. He turned into a skeleton. The difference between fighting in his human form and his skeleton form is a little more powerful, because I don't know why not. That actually does sound like something that would happen, but yeah. So, he turns into a skeleton by every skin, muscle, bones, organs, everything just dusted off, except for his hero costume. He started walking out of the cloud of dust from the rubble himself, and all the villains were shocked. Except for the Nomu, because it's a stupid bird that follows commands because it's not really in control, but Izuku just disintegrates the Nomu. There was nothing left of it. He was pissed because he got a scuff mark on his costume. And Shigaraki started yelling, "It's not fair! It's not fair! It's not fair! You cheated!" Izuku, using a shortcutted right in front of him and said, "Cheated. This is real life. There's no hacks in real life." And he immediately Shigaraki just put out his arm and grabbed Izuku's arm. Or hand. And it started to dust away. And Izuku quickly moving his hand back. Well, his now stub without a hand on it. This pissed Izuku off even more. And he grabbed out his brush and coated Shigaraki with paint. And he thought he caught him before he could activate it, Kurogiri teleported him back to the base, seeing as Shiraki was losing. And the heroes were coming. So before even the heroes came, that was dealt with. And Izuku was, everyone was worried about Izuku because his hand pretty much just disintegrated. Izuku, using his quirk, just made a new one. With a combination of his bone bullets and actually no, he didn't even need the bone bullets. He just painted out one with his paintbrush. And he attached it. It worked. So he was back to normal. So yay. And all that is taken care of. All the villains that he put in his pocket dimension, he handed over to the police. And they dealt with them. And everyone was left unharmed, pretty much, thanks to Izuku. And that happened. They were given a few weeks breaks off in school for the, what is it called again? Sports festival. And I think I'm going to leave it off there so I don't have so much of a pain in the ass time remembering what I did. And maybe it will be easier for you, and I might just be able to stretch this out a little bit more. It's not really about stretching it out. It's about, I don't feel like doing anything else. But there's something I will say before I end this. I am thinking of trying and doing something different. I'm not going to be ending those 2 other series I have so far. I'm just going to be off of them for a while because they are fucking long so far. And I have 2 videos on them, and I got to rewatch both of them just to get a grasp on where I am. So I'm going to be a little lazy for a while and wait on that. But I'll end this here. I might actually start a new What If and start doing 30-minute vids instead of like 50. But that's it. See you in the next What If I do. Sorry for rambling.